And we are live. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the HackSmarter Twitch channel or my YouTube channel if you're watching this after the fact. I say this every time, but I mean it. It is an honor to have you hanging out with me this evening, doing some hacking together. We are going to dive back into the TryHackMe machine that we were working on last week. It's rated as insane. Will we get anywhere tonight? Probably not, but we're going to do our best. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to try. So if you want to follow along, would encourage you to go ahead and get Kali Linux booted up, or Parrot OS, or whatever the heck distro you want to use. Does not matter. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And if I can just ask those of you on Twitch, everything sound good, look good, let me know. I have no way of monitoring myself very well. So as long as the audio is good, then we are good to go. I'm going to get Twitch chat pulled up to the side. That is perfect. And now we will go ahead and get TryHackMe pulled up. And I'll show you guys what we are working on. So last week, sort of quiet. Okay, let me go ahead and see if I can fix that real quick. Microphone check, 1, 2. I'm going to adjust my preamp real quick. Okay, I turned it up a little bit. I can't go much louder, otherwise it may hit the red. I'm just watching my audio levels. Let me know if that's a little bit better for you. What up, Flannel Boy? That's good. All right, sweet. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. So we are working on Raw. Let me show you guys how we got here, just in case you want to follow along. If you log into your TryHackMe account, and what we're actually doing is free, so you do not need a TryHackMe subscription to follow along with this first room. But we're here. Click Learn, Practice, and I'll back out. When you go to Practice, you see different series here, and there was this one rated as insane, and I thought, let's give it a shot. So go ahead and click Enroll here, and we're doing this first one, Raw. And that's what we are working on. So I did start my machine a little bit ago, only because it takes a few minutes for it to boot up. But here is a scenario in case you missed the first one. We've gained access to the internal network of WindCorp, the multi-billion-dollar company running an extensive social media campaign. This grammar's a little confused here. So I think it means they were running an extensive social media campaign claiming to be unhackable. So much for that claim. Our next goal would be to take their crown jewels and get full access to their internal network. We have spotted a new Windows machine that may lead you to your end goal. Can you conquer this end boss and own their internal network? Have no idea if I can or not, but we are going to give it our best shot. Overgrown Carrot said, how you doing? I'm doing well, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. I will just say to you guys, where I live, we are going through some pretty crazy thunderstorms. Like, I saw a lot of lightning. I just got done hailing. So there is always a chance, guys, my internet cuts out. Doesn't happen very often, but if I lose internet, if I disappear, it's because I probably lost power at my house, or at least I lost internet. But so far, so good. We'll see if we can hack through the thunderstorm, and that's how you enjoy thunderstorms. Plus, my office is already in my basement, although I would have to get my kids if something really did go down. They had to come join me in my basement, but I'm already in my basement. Totally stereotypical hacker stuff in my basement, black hoodie. And actually, guys, I'm rocking my, here, I'm going to switch my camera so you guys can see my sweet shirt. If I switch over to that, I'm rocking the Hack Smarter shirt, if you guys can see that okay. I'll move my microphone. The official Hack Smarter shirt, the only one in existence. I literally have the only Hack Smarter shirt. I just made it custom for me. Maybe one day I'll make some sweet Hack Smarter shirts and anyone can get them, but this is the one and only Hack Smarter shirt. Jump over my screen. And Overgrown Carrot said, enumerate everything. Enumerate everything possible, especially if you plan to also do Osiris. It works off of other information. Oh my goodness. So these boxes build on each other. And that's kind of my goal, guys. So if you remember from our last stream, so we had just about an hour. I'm trying to get my notes pulled up. We had about an hour. And in that first hour, we did some very basic enumeration. But if you guys can see over here, look at all the ports that are open. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different ports that are open. And so I've been thinking, like, how do I even tackle this machine? How can we learn the best from it? And I think, guys, what I'm going to do is we're just going to go down the list here and focus on enumeration. And then I'm going to make a separate one here, and we'll just call this findings. So as we find anything that's interesting, we're going to drop it in this findings tab, and we're going to quite literally go down this list. So we'll begin with DNS, go to HTTP, go to Kerberos, LDAP, and we're going to spend time enumerating every single one of these. Muran can fly. Yo, what's up, Tyler? Please, can I get your notes? Actually, someone in the Work Smarter community put all the notes on GitHub. A friend of mine. Let me see if I can actually find those for you real quick. I'll do it even while I'm on stream. Let's see if I can find those. Oh yeah, here they are. So there you go. These are all on GitHub, and it's not just my notes. He added his own notes as well. Really did a really excellent job putting it together, so you don't have to jump through OneNote, which is what I use, and you can find all my notes on here. But okay, let's go ahead and dive into this, and we're just going to focus on enumeration. I almost guarantee we're not going to even finish this room today, but our goal is to learn. I'll hang on Twitch for a couple hours, just till I get tired of hacking, but we'll see how we can learn. So let's go ahead and begin with, first, obviously removing my broken history here because that error message annoys me. I need to get connected to the VPN network. Oh, not this again. Okay, guys, you can watch me troubleshoot this. I'm running a pretty fresh install of Kali, and the TryHackMe Open VPN file does not work with the newest version of Kali. So I'll actually show you guys how to fix it, but I don't quite remember how to fix it myself. I remember there being something with having to adjust this cipher. Whoops, dang it, I didn't mean to close that. Let me look at the error message, and it should make sense to me. Okay, so if we look at the error message, so to data, where was that? My blind. Data ciphers, currently that if you want to connect to the server. I think we just need to update that to data ciphers. So if we do Pluma, wait, do I have Pluma on here? I don't think so. Let's do Nano. That might do it. Nope, I totally broke it. Gosh, I had this issue before. I don't quite remember how I fixed it. I was close. Okay, Maroon Fly said add -- data ciphers without S on the end, lower data cipher. Okay, sorry guys, I wasn't looking at the chat. Appreciate it. So I was close on how I remembered how to fix this. So if we go to this, the people on Twitch are telling me data cipher like that. Does that look good, guys? How did I fix it? Oh, add the S? All right, let's add the S. Hopefully this is helpful to someone else who maybe stumbled across this problem. There we go. Nope. Is it working? Oh, it worked. Beautiful. So there's a solution for those of you watching. Add data ciphers, plural, to it, and then you can see up there that we are connected. Beautiful. Shout out to those of you. Oh, what's this? We got some type of error here. I think we're okay. Let's see if we can ping this network, shall we? Okay, good. We're good. We're good. Sweet. So shout out to y'all in the Twitch. Maroon can fly. You're the real MVP, as they say. Okay, guys, first thing we're going to do, just for ease of use, is we're going to add this IP to our Etsy host file so we don't have to remember the IP every time. And so we'll drop the IP in there, hit the tab button, and we'll call it raw.thm. Oh, this is called WindCorp, actually. WindCorp.thm. And let's see if we can ping that. And we can. Okay, so we have connectivity to this. We are good to go. So let's go ahead and begin with our enumeration. I could go through some of my notes that I have, but let's go ahead and first let's see if I can get this fixed. We'll just keep this split screen. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. Let me see if I can make this any bigger. We're at 12 font. I'll change this up to like 16 for you guys. And And we need to go ahead and make a directory for TryHackMe on this machine. And we'll make a directory in there for WindCorp. We'll go into that, and then we'll make a directory for raw. Should be nothing in there. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and begin with our, still getting weird, authenticate decrypt packet error. Well, I'm not having any issues on the VPN, so I'm just going to ignore it and pretend like it's not happening. Let's begin with our DNS enumeration. And one resource, guys, we can go to if you're new to this is Hacktricks. Hacktricks is basically an online book that helps you with this type of enumeration type stuff. Let me zoom in so we can see it okay. So DNS, and I'll kind of read through this because I know you may be watching this video, maybe you're experienced and maybe you're new, but let's take it slow through this. My goal is not to rush through this room. Even if we don't finish the room, maybe we'll learn. So DNS is the phone book of the internet. Humans access information online through domain names like New York Times, ESPN.com. Web browsers interact through IP addresses. DNS translates domain names to IP addresses so browsers can load internet resources from here. Of course, the default port is 53. And if we pull up our enumeration notes, you can see that 53 is open. We have simple DNS plus open. So let's go ahead. We're not going to read through all of that, but we'll begin with some basic enumeration. Let's see if we can get anything. So the first thing we'll do is some banner grabbing. DNS does not have a banner to grab. The closest equivalent is a magic query for version bind chaos text, which will work on most bind name servers. And DNS may not even be something that we have information in, but we're going to enumerate every port. So dig version.bind chaos, if I could spell, text, and WindCorp.thm. Okay, so I'm not seeing too much that is of real interest to us. Nothing that's going to help us. We can grab the banner using InMap, and we have like the simple DNS plus. So we have a little bit of information here. Let's do the any record. The record any will ask the DNS server to return all the available entries that it's willing to disclose. So let's see if we can get anything there. So we'll do dig any and WindCorp.thm at, we might have to ping it. I don't know the IP. Okay. Dig any WindCorp.thm at 10.10.123.75. Ooh. So we do have some interesting answers here. You guys can see we have fire.windcorp.thm and master.windcorp.thm and some different IPs here. Well, they're all going to be the same IP. We just have one machine running. We have a local IP here. Maybe once we get access or something. Let's go ahead and grab this information and drop it into our, we'll drop it in both places. We want to put it both in our DNS for our enumeration, but let's go ahead and drop it in findings, and we'll just clean it up real quick. So we have fire.thm, hostmaster.thm, and we're going to add both of these to our etc host file. So fire.windcorp.thm and hostmaster.windcorp.thm. So let's go ahead and do sudo nano etc hosts and add these here. We can just do it right after our windcorp.thm. So it was fire.windcorp.thm and hostmaster.windcorp.thm. Okay, beautiful. So we got some information there. Let's see if we can do a zone transfer. This procedure is abbreviated asynchronous full transfer zone. And so we're going to try this a few different ways. If we do dig, I already forgot the IP. Okay, dig AXFR at, and we'll drop the IP here, 10.10.123.75. And if we do fire.windcorp.thm, what does that do for us? Okay, that failed. How about hostmaster? Okay, that failed. And if we just do windcorp.thm, failed. Okay. We can do some more info here. So any information, regular DNS requests, information emails, DNS that resolves, reverse lookup. Let's just do this on each one of those. So if we do dig any RIP 10.10.123.75, and we'll start with hostmaster.windcorp.thm. So review some of the information we already have. We're probably not going to find anything new here, but let's do these just in case. Yeah, so just giving us the same information we had before. We already know about fire.windcorp. We know about hostmaster.windcorp, and we'll dig more into that. Probably, I don't think NS lookup's going to do really anything for us. We got Metasploit stuff. You know, I've never actually used this. This Metasploit module. Let's actually check that out. I'm just going to name this Metasploit because we'll keep this tab running. We'll do MSF console-Q, which is just to open Metasploit in quiet mode. And let's just try this Metasploit module for enumeration and see if anything interesting comes back to us. Grab a drink of water. All right, so here is the name of it. So we can just say use and drop the name. Check our options here. So we have a word list. We'll just use the standard word list here. We can just probably set the domain, right? And the name server for us is just going to be the IP since it's just one machine. So we'll say set domain fire.windcorp.thm like that. And what was the IP? We'll set the name server to this IP. Don't know if it'll matter a whole lot, but we'll do that. So set NS to that and run. So it's running some queries. We'll kind of just let that do its thing, shall we? I want to rename this to terminal. Keep ourselves organized. All right. That's probably the most that we're going to do with DNS. We could run a word list through it as well. I wonder how deep we need to go into DNS for this. So that didn't really find anything for us. We could run DNS enum. Do I have it installed? Oh, beautiful. So let's do DNS enum, DNS server, and then we need the IP there, enum. We'll just copy what he has, -p0-s0-o is going to be our word list. User share word list. Is there seclist? Oh, I don't have seclist on this machine. Shit, I only have RockU unzipped, ungunzipped. Let's go to, is there anything in Dirbuster? Those are all directories. You know, we're going to need seclist, so let's go ahead and get seclist real quick. Because seclist has some good DNS type stuff. So we'll just type seclist, GitHub. And we'll grab this, and we'll cd user share word list. And we'll do git clone like that. Oh, sudo git clone. Maroon Can Fly says, I think seclist is already there. Am I missing it? I know my other Kali machine, I just went out and got seclist. Should not take too long to download. And then I always forget the tag for gunzip. Is it -D or something? I just forget the command line thing. I think it's -D. Oh, I was right. gzip -D. Okay. So while that does it, let's go ahead and go cd user share word list ls gzip/d. It's probably going to need sudo gzip-d rocku. And let's unzip that B. So rocku's ready for us in case we need to do brute forcing with rocku. Word list. Yeah, I'm not seeing seclist, my friend. I mean, it'll be there soon enough once we're done downloading it. Oh, it's taking some time, though, isn't it? Is it because I'm on the THM VPN? No, because I should only route that traffic. Okay, whatever. We'll let that do its thing. I don't think it'll take too long. But if we go back to our enumeration, now my box is being slow because it's trying to do everything. It's being really slow. I'm about to cancel this because I don't have the patience. Screw it. I'll do that later. I don't feel like waiting for it right now. TryHackMe, WindCorp, raw. All right. I doubt there's more on DNS. Maybe there is, but we did find a couple of records. So let's just pause it there for DNS and go back to our notes right here. And so we have a few findings. We'll just say we added to Etsy hosts. We added those to Etsy hosts, and we'll drop that as our finding. Now, if we continue down the list, we have HTTP. Now, I already did a little bit of enumeration on this, and what we were able to do is first we found fire.windcorp.com. We went to reset a password. It needs the username and the answer to a secret. And we have some username enumeration when we were doing this. You can actually see it right here. Some of the users that we found, I believe this is from the page source on here, but I'm going to go ahead and copy all of these names, and let's see if we can nano users.txt and just drop all the names in here. And then we have a user list, right? That might come up handy later. And if we go and just check out that website again, let me open up Burp Suite. We'll just use the community edition. Blah, blah, blah. No one cares. Whatever. Temporary projects, start Burp. I wanted to check out that password feature, password reset feature in a little more detail. Oh my goodness, I need to change this though. Display, dark. Change the font to 16 so it's a little easier to see. And I actually like the browser built into Burp. So we'll leave Firefox open, but we'll also open up the Burp browser. And, whoops. Let's go to fire.windcorp.thm. Okay, so we have this whole company portal type thing. And I believe where we got the username enumeration from, yeah, it was right here. So if you hover your mouse over here, you can see all their emails, names, etc. And in the source code, we could see it. And we were looking at OpenFire as well, because that's what's running on here. This reset password functionality seemed really interesting to me. It just asked for a username and then an answer to one of these secrets. What is your mother's maiden name? Which, you know, we might be able to guess that for some of these users. What was your first grade teacher's name? What was your favorite pet's name? And what make was your first car? I'm curious if we can guess this on the mother's maiden name type thing. So if we pull this up, what users do we have here? Does anyone include their last name? We have Orange Gorilla, Happy Meerkat. What, didn't we see their names on here? Yeah, so we have last names here. So let's where did my reset password functionality go? So these names should respond. Is that Orange Gorilla? Yeah. So if we do like Orange Gorilla 428 at fire.windcorp.thm. And they say, what is my mother's middle name? What if we do Dittmer? Okay. Can I go back? Let's capture this request in burp just to make it a little easier for us. I cannot scroll. And I guess I don't even know if this is the right username, right? Like this is their email their full username? Is it just like the first part of it? That'd be a question that I don't know how their username is set up. So if we do that and we say, what is your mother's maiden name? I don't know why I'm doing this. They probably don't have their mother's maiden name. But you never know. So here's what the request looks like. We pass the session ID, the ASP session ID. For origin, content length, check.asp. We have this node 1 that it's passing it to. You know, this is probably a dead end for now. But I think that's something we should mark down as a finding. That we have this reset password functionality feature. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. We'll copy it, open up our notes, and let's just go to findings. We'll drop it in there because then we do know that if we discover this information for any of these users, maybe in an email, maybe we find some type of record, and if we discover what their username is, then we can potentially reset their password and get access to their accounts. We have their emails, we have their possible usernames, we just need to connect some of this information. If this is a real engagement, we could do a phishing attack and get this information from a user and seek to reset it. But of course, these aren't real users, so we can't perform a phishing attack on them. But in the real world, that would be a very realistic attack vector that we could use. If I remember right, there wasn't much else on here. I don't remember if we ran scans against it. Let me check real quick. Did I put it down here? Yes, we had username enumeration, so maybe I should put that in findings as well, just to keep our organized. So we had username enumeration from port 80. And if we run something simple, actually, let me show you guys how cool ChatGPT is. I don't know how many of you use ChatGPT. Let me get them opened up in my other window and I'll pull them over. Here's ChatGPT, and we're going to say, TryHackMe. So the questions I ask about hacking are all ethical. Sound good? Otherwise, he says, as an open AI, I can't help you hack stuff. Yes, it's legal. So if we say, like, how do I run a directory scan with look how beautiful that is. So here's our syntax. Let's go ahead and copy that down and open up our machine. And let's go ahead and kick off a scan against this. Our word path can be user, share, word list, dirbuster. What are our options here? We'll do medium is fine with me. Our target URL is going to be that fire.windcorp.thm. Fire.windcorp.thm like that. And we'll leave off the extensions. Oh, I don't have GoBuster installed. Yeah, I want to install it. Beautiful. Okay, I spelled GoBuster wrong, but that's okay. All right, we'll let GoBuster do its thing. We already checked source code before. I'm pretty sure we probably already ran scans against this, but I don't remember. It was a week ago. I don't remember what we did. As far as more enumeration on HTTP, we could run NICTO, which I believe already ran NICTO. We did some enumeration last time, as you can see. That's how I found the fire.windcorp.thm domain initially, and there was hosting on port 9090, which was an OpenFire admin console. Once we get to the OpenFire admin console, we'll do more enumeration on that to see if we can get any information from there, if we can get creds in order to get access to it. So I'm gonna stop HTTP enumeration now, but we might come back to it. We can see it's running Microsoft IS 10.0. I don't think there's any like cool vulnerabilities for that version of it. So not much more to add to our findings overall. Let's go ahead and begin attacking Kerberos, shall we? So if we just go to Kerberos hack tricks, let's see how he would encourage us. Oh, actually, I don't want to open it there. I want to open it in Firefox. All right. Firstly, Kerberos is an authentication protocol, not authorization. In other words, it allows you to identify each user who provides a secret password. However, it does not validate to which resources or services can this user access. Kerberos is using AD. In this platform, Kerberos provides information about the privileges of each user, but it is a responsibility, I think a typo there, of each service to determine if the user has access to its resources. Need a drink. All right, so we have Kerberos here. So we have a vulnerability here. Simply stated, the vulnerability enables an attacker to modify an existing valid domain user login token. We're not going to be able to do that. So here's some Kerberos type stuff. Oh, there's not a whole lot on it. Consider get clone Kerberos. Oh yeah, Kerberos what I've used in the past. Oh, pen testing Kerberos. This is honestly the resource I was looking for. Let's grab this. All right. Gosh. Pen testing Kerberos. Oh, this is what I was already at. Okay, that's funny. All right, well, let's try this. So brute force to get usernames. So this is before we have credentials. And we need a big user list. We kind of do have credentials, but we don't have passwords. So we could try this pre-creds, because this is with usernames, description, brute force with usernames and passwords. Well, let's try to go ahead and download Kerberos and see what options we have. So we'll just copy that and get clone. Do I need to go build, I take it? Let's go ahead and go to the document. So we can brute force a single user's password from a word list. That might be helpful. Brute force read username password combos. Password spray test a single password against a list of users. And user enumerate valid domain users via Kerberos. OXJ, I don't know how to say your name. So what did I miss? What creds do we have already? Nothing, my friend. We have no creds yet. We just have usernames. So there are so many ports open on this box. We're just going by port and doing some enumeration. So we just got done enumerating DNS. We found some interesting entries. We also got done enumerating HTTP, found some valid usernames. And now we are going to begin enumerating Kerberos to see if we can find any information. Can I just install it this way? Does that work? No. Does that work? Oh, beautiful. There's probably install instructions here too. I'm hoping go build just does the trick for me. We could grab a binary as well. Oh, there's Kerberos. There we go. We got installed. We just had to go build it. So we have Kerberos now. Let's see. Well, let's ask ChatGPT. Let's see if ChatGPT can help us out with this. And then where's my robot friend at? So Kerberos user enum d domain u user list and then our target. Oh, we're just seeing if all those usernames are valid. I mean, we could do that, I suppose. So if we do Kerberos like that, user enum-d fire.windcorp.thm-u, and if we go back one, we have users.text, and then we need the IP, which I don't know what the frick the IP is. Here it is. Like that. Let's see if that works. Unknown shorthand U. Freaking ChatGPT doesn't know what he's talking about. Scrub. What are we looking for? Domain controller. What's the users? What's the user flag? Output help. Oh, user enumeration. So we have an example right here. Oh, so you don't have to specify you. We can just go like this, maybe. Except one argument. So they do user enum-d for domain and then users. Gosh, ChatGPT's a scrub. It is a domain controller. Well, maybe that won't work. Pretty sure that would be the domain. Oh, DC, not D. Oh, thank you, my friend. The full domain to use. Can I specify DC string location of domain controller to target if blank will look up via DNS? --DC. Maybe that's what we need to do. Domain's not empty, you scrub. Let's see what this robot says. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. Maru Can Fly said you specify the domain at the end of the command followed by a slash. Really? Am I missing it? Does he do that here? Well, we're trying to do user enum. This is what we're trying to do right here. And he just says -D. If I look at this, didn't Didn't I run like something on here? I could have swore I ran enum for Linux. Maybe not. Oh, if we go to the RDP, that might tell us the domain. Yeah, fire.windcorp.thm, because this is the domain controller, so our domain name right there, windcorp.thm, which I tried, but it's not working. Someone said you can also try Kerberos.py, so a Python iteration of it. Let's try that. Just see if we get any other results. Do I already have it, I wonder? Nope. So pip3, whoops. Okay, so what's this? We have, let's just look at the help over here. Example of execution. Well, we want to enum. Well, okay, let's try it ourselves. Kerberos, and we'll do user to perform brute forcing, file with users per line. Let's try that. Users.text. Password, we don't have password. Domain is windcorp.thm, and DCIP, we can grab that from right there. Hey, so it's working. I just wanted to test if our user lists were all valid users, and they are. A error coming in for the save there. So I'm trying to think, like, would a password spray attack be, well, we don't only have a password spray. So with a password spray attack, you generally have one password that you're spraying at all the users. We could guess, like, WindCorp 2019 or something weird like that. But we could also try, we could brute force them. It's not that many users. I just wonder how long it would take. Let's try that. Just want to run that again so I have it. So if we do Kerberos users.text domain, what we want to do, we're going to do it a little bit different because we want users.text, but we also want passwords. So that might take a while, but we'll give it a shot. Shoot. Well, that sucks. I'm not going to try to fix that. Let's see if ChatGPT can explain to me what's going on here. Well, it already got the usernames once. The error message says it's encountering a Unicode decode error because it can't decode byte thing in position 933. It's caused by the file. No, I don't think that's the issue. Because if I just do the users, it does no problem. It's with the password list. So the win so far is we know these are all valid users. How to do the passwords. If I do user share wordless fast track. We can try fast track password list and see if that does anything. I just want to see if it actually starts trying to brute force. And then we'll just let it do its thing in the background. Oh, so we have a disabled user. Really? Wait, are we locking these accounts right now by brute forcing it? Overgrown Carrot said, "Do you ever have the chance to check out LDAP domain dump?" Uh-oh. I think I just locked all the accounts. That's funny. No, I haven't Overgrown Carrot, but we will once I get to LDAP enumeration. I have it in my notes there. I locked all the accounts. All right, guys, that's why in the real world, before you attempt a brute force attack, you make sure you get the password policy so you don't lock out all the accounts. And that is why, like, password spraying is actually more effective, because with password spraying, you don't lock accounts as easily. That's hilarious. So let's go ahead and terminate this. We're going to restart our machine. Thankfully, you know, on a real assessment, you are supposed to go careful, but in a lab, we can go like this and start over and unlock all the machines. But that's hilarious that we locked all the machines. Okay, let's glance at our notes. Otherwise, I might take a 5-minute break while we let all these services launch back up. And so here's where we're at, guys. We've done DNS, HTTP. We're working on Kerberos right now. We locked all the accounts. So we can say this. Brute force is not a good idea. Next is LDAP, and that's what we'll try the LDAP domain dump. And then we'll just keep working our way through each one of these services. Someone else earlier said all these rooms go together. So the information we get from this room actually goes into the other rooms. So they said just focus on enumeration. So that's what we're spending this session doing, guys, is enumerating each service one at a time. But I'm going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break while this starts back up. Even though it's going to show us the IP address in 5 seconds, there's so many services running, it's good to give it a good like 5 minutes to load back up. So guys, I will be back in 5 minutes.
Feature presentation, what they came to see. I open up the curtain. Oh my, pandemonium is showtime. Got their noses up, I know why. Jealous of me cause the flow nice. Did it all without a cosign. Shooter always hit the bullseye. Barely even put an effort in this effortless. Imagine if I did try. Acknowledge me or not, that don't really make no difference to me. I operate the same no matter who's around me. Who's around me is important to me. I keep my enemies at arm's length, but close enough to make me feel safe. My diligence can be competed with, an easy win for me. This just a small taste of what I'm capable of doing with my talent, stretching my imagination. Watch it turn a small idea into something that you have to tip your hat to when you see it. The whole package ain't got nothing missing. Check off every box, it's unavoidable at this point. Don't you act like you don't see me out here making waves. I got an air about me. I don't play the game the way they want me to. They tell me take a left, I take a right. I'm not the one to pick a fight, but try and bully me, make you regret it quick. The only person I allow to push me around is myself. Body language reading well. Written on your face, I'm flipping through your pages. You don't have to scream and yell. It's clear to me, yeah, I can tell. The foot you put on isn't real. That poker face ain't hiding nothing new. The hand you have before the cards were down. I got what they lack, first in every class, never coming last. Amy's on my back, wifey on my lap. She my better half, heavy when I stab. Pockets getting fat, passion never left. Say it with my chest, got a problem, yes. Meet me in the flesh, you don't cut the tag, I don't do the set. Not defend the threat, always been direct. Nothing but the best, rarely do the press. Promise me the world, not holding my breath. They want me to fail, haven't done it yet. Stacking up the bread, thankful cause I'm blessed. Sharpest in the shed, pen is cutting edge. I get in the booth, perfect, nothing less. Key to my success, keep a level head. We want something fresh, what you think this is? What you think this is? Deadly with the raps. How could you forget? Thought I might have left. Thought I might have quit. Thought I hung it up. Thought I think again. Petty, that depends. What's the latest trend? I don't have a clue. I don't follow them. They just follow me. Keep them on the edge. Keep them on their toes. Keep them wondering. Keep them wanting more. Eating on my hand. Don't look at the score. Don't look in the stands. Focused on my goals. Execute the plan. Beat me at my game. Never not a chance. Walk you through my pain. Show you who I am. Don't care what it pays. Loyal to my brand. Foot is off the brake. Stepping on the gas. Knowing at my pace. Catch me if you can. Far from done. Got so much left to give you. Not a man. I was that person detrimental. 2020 me can never hold a candle to the present day. Me standing here before you. Overstep, destroy you. Give up, can't afford to keep my standards. I ain't changing that for no one. Digging deep, still got the hunger. Press record, you hear it in my voice. Can't let the fame and fortune get the best of me. See clearly what's important. Not impressed with me. Ain't looking for endorsements. Dropping masterpieces left and right. Ignore the hate. Like testing me, passing with flying colors. Always been unique. Can't be no dime a dozen. I take pride in this. Won't catch me cutting corners. Have no tolerance for ignorance. I heard you lost your confidence in me. This should be sorry. Can't ignore. Yeah, if I did it, then I did it right. Yeah, this ain't happened for me overnight. Yeah, bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Yeah, down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah, so ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah, when you poppin', they all wanna slice. Yeah, greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah, mediocre, that just won't suffice. Better now than ever. Ain't no cracking under pressure. The boy's clever. If I did it, it was stellar. Nobody fresher. Stop complaining, man, my head hurts. These catchy records ain't nothing really but a walk in the park for me. Heard the catalog, you know I got some scars on me. Just getting started, you don't really wanna start with me. It's John Kill, I would sacrifice a heart in me for family, high roller. But you wouldn't know it by the way that I wrote up. Career lifespan looking good, it ain't slowing. One after another, man, I just keep going and going and going. Yeah, if I did it, then I did it right. This ain't happened for me overnight. Bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah, so ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah, when you poppin', they don't wanna slice. Yeah, greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah, mediocre, that just won't suffice. Keep myself grounded, that's a piece of me that I won't let go. No matter what level I reach, I promise to hold it close. Ain't gotta tell me this hitting different, man, I already know. How are you claiming we had a baby, we ain't never spoke? I don't be sleeping out here with random women on the road. They want a DNA test to prove it, I'm like, here you go. I could've saved you a bunch of time and told you the results. Looking for hush money from me, you ain't gon' get it though. Hit start.
All right, we are back. Hopefully our accounts are no longer locked out. I'm just going to share my screen and let's first grab this in sudo nano etc hosts. Have to update this IP here since we broke the last network. And now if we run just this command, making sure I'm not brute forcing, we should get valid users now. Oh, we need to update the IP there. Okay. Our users are now valid. They're no longer disabled. Don't run a brute force against them. We learned our lesson. Yeah, no passwords were discovered, of course. But we do know our users are valid. Now, it is interesting that like some of our users have real names, like Edward, Emily, and then we have this like Tiny Goose 102 and Brown Ostrich 284 and Sad Swan 869 and White Leopard. Weird. Like those don't seem like professional accounts. Maybe they're contractors. I have no idea. But really, this is probably the extent of what we can do. What's this? Brute force to get usernames. And we need a big user list and IP. We could try that, I guess. Let's give it a shot. Let's try this. I don't think this is going to lock any accounts because we're not guessing passwords. Okay. IP. I don't remember what it is. Okay, so that's our IP. Big user list. I don't really have a big user list yet, I don't think. User. No, I'm not even going to run this. I don't feel like trying to find it, and I don't think it's going to do anything good for us. Honestly. Let's call it good for Kerberos there. Now, if we can get creds, if we can get some credentials, we can do a lot more with Kerberos. What up, CyberTees? Good to have you, my friend. So, findings so far. Got those from DNS. We had this password reset functionality based on a secret. And we can say, don't brute force Kerberos unless you feel like locking all the accounts. So that's our finding from Kerberos. LDAP. Now here was a tool Overgrown Carrot told us to use. He says it dumps LDAP and puts it in a grep and HTML format. So instead of using the command line, LDAP domain dump does it for you and drops it, and you can use Firefox. So let's check out this tool. Have not loaded it, haven't even looked at it. Let's take some time to look at this tool. Active Directory Information Dumper via LDAP. In an AD domain, a lot of interesting information can be retrieved via LDAP by any authenticated user. Oh, but we're not authenticated. Do I need to be authenticated first? Oh no, we can do anonymous authentication. Okay. Oh, we could do it with the hash as well. We'd pass the hash attack with this. Okay. How do we install? Requires LDAP 3, DNS Python in future. LDAP domain runs on both Python 2 and 3. Dependencies can be installed manually. Otherwise, a package can be installed. The Git source or the latest release. So it looks like we already have those. LDAP can be installed with Python. Set up py.install. Let's go ahead and grab this. Whoops. Johnny said, do we have a hash? No, we don't have anything, my friend. No hashes yet. Just doing enumeration. We don't have any valid accounts. We just have account enumeration. We have some emails so far. And there's like, I swear, like 50 ports open on this freaking box. So we're going to spend the next month enumerating this box just for me to get stuck and get frustrated and quit. Probably. Oh, let's CD into LDAP. Okay, does this work now if I do ls? Whoops. Oh, so it ran. It's just giving us an error. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at the help file. So we have host name or IP. Okay, so we'll just drop the host name in there. So we'll run that. Our host, do any specified or just drop it in there? Required options. No, so it's just at the end there. So we'll do WindCorp.thm. And we have username. Domain username for authentication, leave empty. That's what we're going to do. We don't have that. We'll just leave it as default. Output options. Directory in which the dump will be saved. Default current, that's fine. We don't want to disable any of it. This might honestly be fine just with these options. Let's see what happens. Ooh. So we have some information here. We have domain users, domain trust, domain policy. Let's see if there's anything in here. So if we do Firefox, domain users.html, I want to see if this has any. Oh, nothing. Are these all empty? It appears so. If I check domain policy, nothing. Nothing. So it must not work on this unless we get an account. Then we can throw it on Bloodhound, it looks like, as well. We can also run bloodhound.py if we get a valid account for some interesting information there. Let's look at what Hacktricks has us do. Hacktricks LDAP. Gosh, I got something in my throat, y'all. I was eating ice cream with my kids, and I think the ice cream is like making me cough. Okay. So LDAP, blah, blah, blah. If we can write files, I don't think we can. OXJ said, what kind of ice cream? Bruh, I got vanilla ice cream, dude. We take the vanilla ice cream, we take Oreos, you break up the Oreos, and then you put chocolate syrup on top. It's like a homemade Oreo chocolate syrup. Amazing ice cream is what we had for dessert after supper. So what is the syntax? I'm just going to copy the rest of this. See if anything happens. Okay. LDAP anonymous binds allows unauthenticated attackers to retrieve information from the domain, such as complete listing of users, groups, and that's probably what LDAP domain dump attempted to do. Oh, there's LDAP domain dump. If you have valid creds, you can dump all the information about the domain. So if we get valid creds, this will be a good place to go. Brute force, no, we're not doing that brute force crap. Oh, okay, we could actually do this. So if we copy that and WindCorp.thm. Oh, it's doing all the ports. Stupid. Whatever. WindApp Search is a Python script useful to enumerate users, groups, and computers from a Windows domain by utilizing LDAP queries. Let's see. Johnny said, idiot, opening to try Kerberosing. I think for Kerberosing, you need a valid user, don't you? For the SPN or whatever to work properly. I could be wrong. Yeah, that's what I thought. We don't have a valid user yet. Where's our LDAP information at? Right here. Yeah. It's just all the same stuff for LDAP. Should probably just throw Eternal Blue at this. So the Amoeba Man always makes fun of me for. I can't freaking copy it. Let's drop this into our notes in LDAP. Anything interesting here? We have our domain. Domain controller, which we already know about. Service name. We have supported LDAP versions. Supported controls. Fire, DC, current time. Nothing of interest, in my opinion. If I miss something, guys, yell at me in the chat. Let me know. I think the other one's the same thing. What's this? So as a Python script, should we need password for that? Check null credentials. That's what I want to do. So if I'm getting this correct, I'm actually going to open up some notes here. So here's this. Can I do, well, let's copy that. In order to perform this operation, successful buy must complete it on the connection. Okay, so that didn't work, in other words. No creds don't work. Extract users, but we would need our own user. Okay, well, kind of at the wall with the LDAP, aren't we? I don't think much of interest for us here. Let's move on to SMB. And for SMB, the first thing we can just try is just a null session, which I think, what is it? SMB client -n-l. Oh, shoot, anonymous login successful, but there's no shares. Well, connection failed. Maybe it wasn't as successful as it thinks. Do I need to do another slash? Right, it says anonymous login successful, but then reconnected with SMB1 for workgroup listing. Connection failed. Resource not found. I mean, IP is probably not going to be any different, but let's try just the IP 10.10.192.200. Nope, still nothing. Honestly, that's about the extent of what I think we can really do with SMB if we don't have a null session that's allowed. Really, we just need to figure out how to get creds, and I feel like that password reset functionality is going to be key. We might have to go back and figure out how to abuse that. Let's run a new for Linux real quick too. CrackMap exact. I mean, that's not gonna. I don't think, since no logins aren't allowed, guys. I don't think enum for Linux or CrackMap exec is gonna do anything for us until we get that initial username and password. Like everything's gonna be. I'm not gonna get anything interesting. So I always recommend to look if you can access to anything, which we did. We tried using null creds. Can't even get the password policy. Nothing. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. All right, let's keep going through our list of services. Eventually we'll find something, or we'll end up looking at a walkthrough because I'll get completely stuck. If I remember right, yeah, this is just like asks us to sign in right away, doesn't it? Well, let's check ourselves. This is HTTPS. I don't think we could do much with this. You can pull it up here. Yeah. Now give me the option. Weren't we running GoBuster? Did we ever get anything? Should have looked at this. Oh wow, it's airing out. Oh no, those are all status. Oh, nothing interesting at all. Vendor, I guess. I don't remember seeing vendor. Oh, it's airing out, guys, because we closed the freaking network on it. Since I broke it. What's a vendor? Let's go back to this one. What? Oh, forbidden. Is it trying to pass credentials? Just our session ID, I guess. I don't think that's going to do anything for us. We could try running GoBuster against port 443, but I have a feeling it's all just going to error out on us. But let's try it. Okay, yep. Oh, invalid certificate. How do we ignore certificates in GoBuster? Oh, you can enumerate S3 buckets with GoBuster? I didn't know that. K? I think K. There we go. Oh, no. The server returns a status code that matches the provided options for non-existing URLs. Length of 0. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a dead end, guys. Port 443. I don't think we can really do much with that. Once again, until we get credentials. This is going to be annoying. Like, as soon as we get credentials, we have to redo all of this. You guys know what I mean? Like, we have to redo all of our enumeration with creds. We can try that. I'm not sure if that'll work. which is going to kind of suck, but maybe we'll learn something through the process. Otherwise, I'll end up going to a different box because I'm impatient. Okay, back to our notes. Back to our notes. There we go. You know what this is? Port 2179. VM RDP, is that what it was called? I mean, that's just based on the port. I didn't actually find any information about it. We could like try to telnet it, netcat it. VM RDP, so it's part of Hyper-V. It doesn't have any information about it. We're just going to skip it for now. There's RDP. Honestly, there's not a whole lot we can do with RDP. If we had creds, we could. You can brute force it with like crowbar, if my memory serves me correct. But obviously, we don't want to brute force passwords because then we lock accounts. So we're going to skip that. Here's this Jabber thing. Ignite real-time open fire Jabber server on 5263. Let's go read about this again. Well, let's ask ChatGPT if he knows what this is. Open source real-time collaboration server that is built on top of XMPP. It's a widely adopted open standard protocol for instant messaging. OpenFire provides secure, extendable platform for building real-time communications. It can be installed. Can I create an account? Pigeon is a multi-platform. Engage 'em. You guys have any preferences in chat? Profanity. Let's just see. Can I sudo apt install this? Nope. There we go. Just have my syntax slightly wrong. I wonder if I can. You have no IAM accounts configured. To start connecting with Pigeon, press the add button and configure your first account. Frick is resource. Password 123. actually working? It's trying to connect, right? Yo, this reminds me of AOL. I don't know if this is going to let me connect. If we can get an account, though. Like, is there a way to test? Oh, here's our connection port. What port do we want to connect on? Oh, 5222 is one of them that would work. So if I grab one of these users, did it actually get his information? So what if I do an invalid user? So if I get user info, oh, it gives offline no matter what. So it's not actually getting user information. I don't think it's actually connecting me. Okay. Well, we can add that to our notes. So Jabber. Attempted to create an account, but doesn't seem to actually connect with my account. Do I need to change this to like... Alright, whatever. If we look up pen testing... Ooh. In this blog post, I'll demonstrate why XMPP is of interest to penetration testers, security researchers, and defenders. Misconfigured servers are an excellent way to retrieve sensitive data. XMPP servers actually support registration. That's what I tried. For new users or anonymous authentication. While some servers are intended to be public, many are misconfigured to allow for registration or anonymous authentication. Oh, Pigeon, that's what we were doing. So this is what we were attempting to do. I'm glad like we were actually doing something that was legit. Let me just reopen this. And we're getting the certificate, so we are making a connection to it. Where you at, Pigeon? Pigeon's broken. Come on. What are you doing, Pigeon, dog? You're not open, are you? No. thank you. I want to add a new user. XMPP. How do I log in now? Oh, create this account on the server. That's what I had to do. How did I get back to, how did I get to that login screen before? Freaking pigeon. Open. Open sesame. Pigeon open. Pigeon fly. Is there a keyword I have to say? Pigeon. Is it running? Thank you. Yeah, so that's what I want. Does it not allow me to create the account? Oh, this is pissing me off. Is there another service? Gosh, dang it. Screw you, pigeon. I don't freaking like you anyways. Let's try this one. I see why this is rated as hard or insane or whatever. Please enter your credentials to sign up. Okay, what if I do advanced settings? Oh, okay, so hack smarter at fire.windcorp.thm, password 123, or sign up. That's actually what I do, sign up. Can I sign up anonymously? Ugh. Dang it. So it is properly configured. Dang it, dang it, dang it. That was looking promising to me, guys. Because if it wasn't properly configured, we could log in. Without being able to log in, we can't do much. Dang it. That looked promising for a while there. Frick is Jack's flow? Nothing, probably. We have another XMP client. It's a client running on the server. Sure calls it client. Okay. Let's try that. Let's give this a shot. We'll try this wildfire client, which I believe is running in multiple places. So this might actually look promising. Probably not, though. But I'm learning stuff through this, guys. Hopefully you're learning something as well, as we seek to figure out what is going on. I'm going to copy this link. Maybe there's a sign-up feature on here. We want OpenFire, right? And we want Linux. Oh, Debian package. That should work for Kali. Have any of you guys in the chat done this, like, whole series on TryHackMe? This makes the OSCP look like child's play. All right. Whoops. One second. Let's see. So it's sudo dp kg, right? -I, like that. Well, that didn't work. What's ChatGPT saying to do? All right, fine, ChatGPT, I'll do it your way. Just gonna pull them over here. All right. I did not freaking click install again, you stupid thing. Oh my goodness, stop. I clicked over here. All right. Sudo move OpenFire opt. Anything opening? Starting OpenFire. Oh, this is like, what are you talking? This isn't how you connect to it. Gosh, you stupid. I don't need to install OpenFire, you dumb ChatGPT. How do I connect to it? No, you silly, silly, silly. Oh, I have to use freaking Pigeon again? This is all it is? Same thing I already did? Shoot me in the head. But it's different. Do I need to change the port to 5269? Port 5269. 5269. I don't know. It's also on 5270. It's going longer this time. What's going to happen? StreamMod said just had a Windows blue screen on me. That's rough, my friend. I'm about to make my Windows blue screen. I don't think this is working either. It's just stuck on connecting to server. I mean, we got a different error message. Well, we haven't gotten an error message. That has to be some type of improvement, right? What services are even left to enumerate? More HTTP. I'm so sick of enumerating these services. What the heck web service is running here? Jetty? Okay. What is the port it's running on? Port 7070? Okay. If you say so. So it has to do with XMPP as well. You guys see that down there? What's this? What's the critical vulnerability, you scrub? You didn't tell me. A Unix-like systems is shared between all users. What's a race condition? Is that in oh man, I get tired. We've been almost 2 hours on and we're nowhere. Well, we've learned some stuff. Lots of enumeration. I'm not even going to try that. This is actually the way in. Shoot. It's a directory traversal. Show me a proof of concept for it. If I get to the end of all these services and I still don't have anything, I'm just looking at a walkthrough and quitting. I don't think I can do anything with that. No authentication connection failed. We have this admin console. Couldn't do anything with this either last time, unless you guys have any ideas. I remember I already enumerated some. We have this XML tech XML mail. I'm just tired now at this point. My eyes are going to start glazing over looking at all this stupid scans. How do I netcat it? This guy's an HTTP? Can't find my stuff. Beautiful. Freaking beautiful. No, that's not what I did, you dumb thing. Oh, hold up. Wait, is this Google? Oh, that's Google. What's going on? Here's what I want. Of course not. Nope, I quit. I have no idea what I'm missing. The only thing that stands out to me is this reset password functionality. That's something in my eye. Just my tears. What is your first grade teacher? What is your favorite pet's name? What is your first car? Like, is there a way we can bypass this? Like, this is the only thing that seems interesting is this reset password functionality. Let's dig into that some more. Overgrown Carrot said it is reset password. Well, I'm glad I was right on my initial hunch. What the freak is in my eye? So one of them is a pet. Okay. We have a few. We have Orange Gorilla, right? Orange Gorilla, probably not a pet. Meerkat, White Leopard, Sad Swan, Brown Ostrich, Tiny Goose, Emil, Edward, Abuse, Angry Bird, Tiny Wolf, Organic Fish. Meerkat? Isn't a meerkat like a regular cat? Oh, he says, look at the site itself. Let's enumerate the site. Ooh. Lily has a pet. Lily doesn't exist. Is it? Can we just guess what her username is? What's her pet's name? Oh, it doesn't. About Us just redirects us. So this is our IT support staff. So they have other staff. Lily's part of other staff. Contact, probably all of it just redirects. Overgrown Carrot said, we know how the usernames look. True. One of the users has a dog in her picture. She doesn't say your dog's name, does she? Picture name, you're saying? Oh, Lily and Sparky. You have to be joking me. Oh my goodness. So it's just like Lily, isn't it? So if I go back to this. So it must be. It's just Lily? Lily at fire.windcorp.thm? I don't know. Let's just try it. We'll try a few things till we get it. Lilial and Sparky. They spelled their name wrong, I think. Lily. Is it first name, first initial, last name? You know, like this is just Edward. I don't know what the frick Edeltrot is. You would think it'd just be Lily, right? Lily at fire.windcorp.thm. Is something lowercase? Is it case sensitive? Frick is her name? I tried it first capital, then I tried it lowercase. And what is this? What Lilial? They don't even know how to spell their own employee's name? HR sucks at this company. Look how her name is spelled super weird. It is spelled super weird. Is that supposed to be a hint? Is that actually her name? We're capturing this request, though. Sparky. What do you mean wrong username or secret? The frick is her username? So it's her first name and then like the first two initials of her last name. No apologies for all the hints, dude. I'm about to give up anyways. I don't even get what her username is. Because like the users don't even follow a consistent pattern. Like here's just Edward. We have Lily or some crap. Lily at Fire WindCorp. I tried Sparky lowercase, Sparky capital, and both of them get invalid secret. Oh, good point. Maybe I don't need that. Good point, HunterBot. Oh my goodness. Ridiculous. We could even do a password spray attack now with that password, right? Because if someone resets their password, it all gets set to that. But we have creds now. Can't believe it took me that long to get it. But we enumerated every single dang service. So we'll just go. We noted that right away. So if we go here, we'll say after almost rage quitting. And we know her name. Her username is Lily. Guys, I'm tired. I don't even feel like doing the rest of this box now. Not that we have creds. Because now we have to... I mean, can I just RDP in? There's probably different things I could do. I almost have to re-enumerate everything I enumerated, but not with creds. We could do Bloodhound, Python. All right, guys. I'm going to call this a pausing point. I'm 2 hours in. I'm kind of sick of looking at my computer, but we at least have creds for when we pick up next time. So we have creds. It only took us 2 hours of enumeration and going back to the password reset functionality and rage quitting like 3 times, but we have credentials now, and we'll go from there in the next stream. So guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the help, the assistance on this. All these services are just like, oh man, frustrating. We spent so much time because there are so many services. My guess is from here, we could try LDAP. We could do Bloodhound Python to get some information there. We could do Jabber. We could do RDP. Like, there's a bunch of different things we can now do to authenticate and find more information. But I'm sick of looking at my computer. So I'm calling it a night, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. In the next stream, we will come back to this. We will finish this machine. I am determined that we'll get it. So I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.